Hi guys, today's lesson is going to be on writing equations in point-slope form. So you know about slope-intercept form, we've talked also about standard form, and now we're going to talk about point-slope form. So first, you're going to want to go ahead and pause that video, and I want you to read over, let me circle that again, I want you to read over this information. So do that now. Okay, now that you've had an opportunity to read over that information, let's do some problems together. So my first set of directions, it says to write the point-slope form of an equation for a line that passes through each point with the given slope. So I'm going to come over here on the side and I'm going to write that point-slope form down one more time. So it's y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. So you're going to replace the y sub 1, the m, and the x sub 1. Those are the three things that you're replacing in the equation. So if I'm looking at my point in number 1, my y coordinate of that point is a 1. So I'm going to write y minus 1 equals, they've told me the slope is 1, so 1 times x minus, my x coordinate is a 4. So technically this is the point-slope form. However, we don't usually leave a 1 hanging outside of a parentheses. So my final answer here is going to be y minus 1 equals x minus 4. And I'm going to highlight that. That's it. Let's try number 2. So for number 2, we see our slope is 0, and this line goes through the point negative 3, 2. So I'm going to do y minus, the y coordinate of that point is 2, equals m, which in this case is a 0, times x minus, the x coordinate of that point is negative 3. Okay, now this one can be cleaned up as well. X minus negative 3 is the same as x plus 3. And the other issue we have here is we're multiplying 0 by whatever's in the parentheses. Well, we know anything times 0 is just 0. So this one also is going to end up looking like y minus 2 equals 0. Okay, let's try number 3. So I'm going to start off with y minus, well, my y coordinate here is negative 3. So y minus negative 3 equals m, my slope of negative 2, times x minus, my x coordinate is a positive 2. Now this one we're going to also clean up. Y minus negative 3, we know is the same as y plus 3. And then we can bring everything else down. So that's going to be how we're going to write number 3. Okay, so I want you to go ahead. Let's look at number 4. We'll do a couple more and then you can practice. So for number 4, it's going to be y minus 1 equals 4 times x minus my x coordinate of 2. And this one is fine just the way it is, so we don't need to clean it up. Let's do number 5. So I'm going to write y minus my y coordinate, which is 2, equals m, which is my slope of 6, times x minus my x coordinate of negative 7. This one we do need to straighten up. X minus negative 7 is the same as x plus 7. So this is my final answer. All right, now it's your turn. So I want you to do problem 6 through 12. So let's pause the video and complete those problems. Okay, so now you've had an opportunity to do problems 6 through 12. All of my work is right here on this sheet. So you do want to pause the video to get this information. So I'll wait. Okay, 10, 11, and 12 you might have been a little confused about because they didn't give you the slope. But they did tell you each time that you have a horizontal line. And remember that in a horizontal line, the slope, the horizontal goes left to right, and the slope of those lines is always 0. Okay, so let's go to the second page. And on this second page, again, there's some more information right here in this box. So please pause the video and read over the box and the 2 examples. Okay, let's do some exercises. So we're going to look down here at this very first section. It says to write each equation in standard form. So remember that standard form is that ax plus by equals c form. So I'm going to zoom in here. I think I can fit this in here. So the first thing we're going to have to do is eliminate our parentheses. So that'd be y plus 2 equals negative 3x plus 3. Negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3. Okay, the next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to get the x, I'm going to move the x to the left side. So I'm going to add 3x on both sides. So that becomes positive 3x plus y plus 2 equals 3. And now that 2 needs to be moved to the right side, which can be done by subtracting it on each side. So 3x plus y equals, well, 3 minus 2 is 1. And that is in standard form. So we're done. Now, I didn't show every single step. I didn't show where I subtracted 2 on each side or where I added 3x on each side. That step is understood. Okay, we're going to go to number 2. Okay, first we need to distribute that negative 1/3. So I'm going to bring down that y minus 1. So that equals negative 1/3 x plus, oh, it looks like my screen isn't working properly. Give me just a second. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's negative 1/3 x, and negative 1/3 times negative 6 is going to be positive. So I've got a negative times a negative is positive, so that's why there's a plus. And 1/3 of 6 is 2, so plus 2. All right, you're going to add 1/3 x on both sides, so that gives me 1/3 x plus y minus 1 equals positive 2. I'm going to add 1 on each side next, so 1/3 x plus y equals 3. The problem we have now is that you're not allowed to have fractions when you're in standard form, so I'm going to multiply, and I will write this step down. I'm going to multiply everything through by that denominator of 3. So that would give me x plus 3y equals 9. Okay, let's try problem 3. All right, so first we're going to distribute the 2/3. So y plus 2 equals 2/3 x. And then if I do 2/3 times 9, that's going to be 6, so minus 6. You're going to subtract 2/3 x on each side, so negative 2/3 x plus y plus 2 equals negative 6. We're going to subtract 2 next on each side, so negative 2/3 x plus y equals, so I'm doing negative 6 minus 2, which would give me negative 8. Again, you're going to have to get rid of that fraction, so I can multiply through by 3. That'll take care of the fraction, but the coefficient of x can't be negative. So I'm going to have to multiply by negative 3 to take care of that. So that's going to be negative 3 times negative 2/3 x is positive 2x. Negative 3 times y, so that's minus 3y. And negative 3 times negative 8 is positive 24. So we end up with 2x minus 3y equals 24. Okay, now it's your turn. So you need to pause the video and do problems 4, 5, and 6. All right, hopefully you were doing pretty well with problems 4, 5, and 6. Please pause the video, check your solutions, check your work, and make the necessary corrections. Do that now. All right, let's do this last a little bit. The last section, it says to write each equation in slope-intercept form. So slope-intercept form is that y equals mx plus b form. So we're going to start off the same as we were doing before. We're going to go ahead and get rid of our parentheses by using our distributive property. So I'm going to have y plus 4 equals 4x minus 8. Now in slope-intercept form, remember that y is alone. So I'm going to move that 4 away from the y. And to do that, I would have to subtract 4 on both sides. So I'm doing negative, treat this as negative 8 minus 4. Well, negative 8 minus 4 is going to be negative 12. And we're done. This one is already in slope-intercept form. Let's do number 8. Again, distribute first. So I'm going to have y minus 5 equals 1/3 x, and 1/3 times 6 is 2, so minus 2. Again, you're going to get rid of this 5 because you're trying to get y alone. So you're going to add 5 on both sides. So I'm going to keep that 1/3 x, and treat this as negative 2. So negative 2 plus 5. Well, negative 2 plus 5 is positive 3. And this is in slope-intercept form now. We're done. Okay, we'll do number 9, and then you can practice the rest. So I'm going to go ahead and distribute first. So that would be negative 1/4 x minus 2. And then you're going to add 8 on both sides. And let's see, it looks like my presentation. Give me just a second. Okay, there we go. So we are going to add 8 on both sides. All right, so I'm going to bring down that negative 1/4 x. And I'm doing negative 2 plus 8. Well, negative 2 plus 8 is positive 6, so plus 6. So we get y equals negative 1/4 x plus 6. All right, now it is your turn. So I'm going to have you do the last 3 problems, 10, 11, and 12. Pause the video and do those problems now. Okay, here are the solutions for problems 10, 11, and 12. You will need to pause the video, check over your answers, make sure that you understand. If you have questions about any of the problems on this sheet, please write them down and let me know. Now, once you're finished making your corrections, then you're ready to complete the independent practice. Good luck.